Secondly, let me appreciate this visit, because I know you've been trying to pay this visit for a while, and I appreciate that effort. Well, I think here in the Senate, National Assembly, we all appreciate the importance of governance, the third tier of government, and we also appreciate the importance of that to our democracy, in strengthening it, in providing stability, and ensuring that the benefits of democracy gets to our people. And as such, it is paramount and very important that we ensure that we strengthen local government administration. And as you rightly said, part of strengthening local government administration is ensuring that there is autonomy largely in the local government to do that. But I also believe that strengthening local government administration is also ensuring that we all do our best to increase capacity at the local government. Sometimes in developed countries, you find out that even people who are competent to contest, even for as high as Senate, will tell you that in America they don't want to be in Washington, they prefer to be in their local government and stay. So you have caliber of people who are able in these areas. I think that in us reforming the local government, there are many other things that we need to do to ensure that. Largely, one is autonomy, and two, to increase the capacity in the local government. It is unfortunate, as you observed, that the last exercise were not successful at the state levels. I find it difficult to speak on this issue, being a former governor, but as somebody said, I think it's my leader that reminds me that I've seen the light. But on a serious note, I think it's an effort that we all have a role to play to see that how do we go about in seeing that the local government has been strengthened. Because in some local governments too, as much as we say that, we know that there are local governments, particularly in the area of support to primary school teachers, that if you even leave the local governments alone as they are, in some of these local governments too, they will not be able to function. So I think it's important to see how we ensure local governments are independent, local governments that have autonomy, that the governors cannot interfere with what is due to local government. But there must still be, there has to still be a kind of cordial symbolic relationship. To just say that they should stay on their own, I think there are also disadvantages at that. And also at the same time too, there might be ways for which for us to look at how do we ensure that the local governments have adequate funding without interference that will make them be strong. And I think that is what we need to look at. If you look at the last result of the constitutional review that came out from the states, I think, unfortunately, I would say we have a lot of work to do in order to get to the target of 2/3 of the states. I don't think we got more than 6 or 9 states. 9 is it? I don't think we got up to 9 states that were in support of autonomy at the local government. So there's still a lot of work to do, and I will assure you that we will play a role in going about that. And I'm sure I'm proud to say that I think my state is one of those 9 states. Peter, I was going to ask you how was your own state, but I won't ask you yet. I know when I will ask you, not now. But on a serious note, but I appreciate your coming, and let's continue to work together. These are things that it will happen. It will happen. The question is how soon will it happen? And we're in a hurry for it to happen, but it will happen, and we should all work to see how. And I think we should all be able to look and think out of the box. These kind of things, as I always say, constitutional amendment, you cannot bully anybody to do it. The whole point why the hurdle is so high is to ensure that there is engagement, there's collaboration, there's cooperation. So we have to think out of the box to see how what is required we can get it at the same time. Those that need to give it to us will give it to us with the necessary support that is required. So once again, I thank you for coming, and I continue to assure you that any opportunity we get, we'll still continue to push for the autonomy of the local government. I thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Next is for the President to